Hello, welcome back to Europa Universalis 3, where we're about to start a real big war. You know, really goddamn big war. But before we do that, let me mention what happened in the time that you've not been with us. I think the last war that we had was against Brandenburg plus allies, including, I think Austria was also in it among other people. Since then, I believe like around 25 years have passed. In the time, I've both annexed Anhalt, which I pretty much did immediately after the war, and also a short time ago, I also annexed Brandenburg entirely. Ever since doing that, people here didn't like it very much. Apparently, I annexed 98. No, 99. Because 50 years later, I'll get a core, so must have been 1599. So, well, people around you didn't like it very much, but I did, more income and all, So, we've did that so far. Also, I've built up more vassals and allies in Western Germany. Basically, I looked at who's Protestant and then started, just throwing money their way and other things. Ansbach, I'm currently on doing so, but another opinion has, but another opening has presented itself, in my opinion, which is Bohemia. For past years, I've also been inactive because I was always afraid that if I show any sign of weakness, Austria and Bohemia, who have kind of an alliance going on and have been steadily expanding Bohemia east and southward in the past 25 years, will try and kick my ass and probably be able to do it. However, right now, they're kind of busy fighting the Ottomans, who are one of the few major players that actually has an army to, beat them for a change. So while they're still doing that, I thought, what would be fun? Declare war on them myself and try and deal with them. Which we're gonna do right now. I believe Bohemia will not be a real problem, to be honest. I believe they have even less military than I do, like 40,000, most of which will probably be just freshly recruited people. So I'm not too afraid of Bohemia. However, I'm pretty certain Austria will join in, and they have a bit more soldiers than I do. And also, as we're about to see during the war declaration, also allied with Hungary, Croatia, and Switzerland, which are pretty much non-existent, in my opinion. Hungary has been ravaged by Bohemia. Now they're allies for some reason. I don't know. So not too sure if Hungary is gonna be of much help to them. Croatia also was originally, set free by me, and now they're on their side. Well. Who I'm actually worried about is Portugal, who have made quite a name for themselves in, overseas ventures, and have, like, colonies everywhere, and have, I believe, a larger land army than I do for some reason. Strangely enough, they don't have a larger fleet than I do, so I'm kind of smitten in what I want my fleet to do. I could technically sail them to our colonies, make sure no one lands there, and, be done with that. That would technically leave me open for land invasion by Portugal in my own home countries, which I wouldn't like too much. So I'm actually gonna try and keep my ships, somewhere around Portugal. Try to find their fleet, fight it, and if possible, take it out, so that Portugal, if they decide to join the war at all, because I believe they also have war against someone right now, Novgorod, which I'm not sure if that's actually going on or not. I don't know. So assuming they join, I probably need to move my ships outward toward Portugal, try to find their fleet and deal with it to kind of preempt, amphibious landings from there somewhere. Because if they do a landing somewhere, they will always have the advantage of knowing where they are gonna strike, while I can only react. So that's that. Now let's get this mess going. I can claim it's a reconquest, rather recently, I might add. I somehow got a claim on Oberlausitz. Not entirely sure how and why, it was just a random event. But this gives me, Also a reason to go through with it, because I could technically get this really nice province, you know? Also revoke their claims on Breslau, which is one of one of our most insanely productive provinces too, so anyway, I wanted to start. I'm not gonna automatically call allies. Some might not join the war anyway. However, if Poland and possibly even Moldavia are smart, they might just join in that war, because Bohemia does have a few provinces that are also that also have Polish claims attached to them. So I wouldn't particularly mind if they decided to join. Alright, you're gonna move in here. Gonna move in over there. In there. Hungary, one of the military lines. Just Hungary? Really? Really? Oh my Jesus. Or as I want to say, sweet baby Jesus. That's better than that's far better than I anticipated. They must really get their ass kicked down here. Oh damn. One of my main reasons for, starting this war was to, break up the Bohemian-Austrian alliance, and I already achieved that, Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. I'm actually gonna make a save here, because I really did not see that coming. None of my wildest dreams I would have seen that coming. But it's good. So Hungary. Not entirely sure why they think they'll have to do something. They used to be my good allies, way back in the early 1500s. Anyway, even before that, I think. Doesn't matter. Anyway, they have a bigger army located in their capital, which we're gonna have to deal with at some point. So let's actually just leave a siege regiment here, move to Radibor. We haven't had a war for quite some time. Oops, I also need to use the land maintenance. Sorry guys. Forgot about that. Colonization failed, 72%. Sure. I've tried to expand my overseas colonies by also settling on Cree. Not too successful. I think the first colonist failed, then the second one went through, and now the third one also just kind of failed again for 70%. First one was like 50% or something. Not particularly fond of that. Anyway, detach a siege regiment here too. Move on to Oberlausitz. Warn? Right. Actually, you don't need to walk here anymore. You can go down here. So, how are we gonna kick that army's ass? Lots of cavalry. I should probably tell something. I should probably tell a few more details about the combat system just right about now. Wait until the reinforcements here come in, or we can just both move here. 5th December, 10th December, so we need to wait for 5 days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. I should probably tell a little bit more. I should probably explain a little bit more about the combat mechanics now that I think I've understood them better than earlier. Let's do that in a moment when we engage here. On the most basic level, the combat is kind of being cut into various phases that the game also announces to you. Like right now, we have a fire phase, and in the very first, at the very first, both of the armies kind of, make a basic combat formation, which is just a line formation. Unless you're horribly outnumbering your opponent, you're basically making a line formation with the infantry in the center, cavalry on the sides, and then Well, if you have guns, guns can be on the back side of things. Anyway, so that's the basic combat formation. Then basically every one of those single stacks can attack the one opposite it or across from it. If it's infantry, if it's cavalry, the cavalry can actually attack even two spaces diagonally. Also, you get a flanking bonus if you have at least if you have at least a small amount of cavalry. So ideally, if you want to make fights like this, you don't really need to horribly outnumber the opponent, but rather you would like to be at least the opponent's size plus a few cavalry units at the wings. Just obliterate all of them? Crazy. So that's what you basically want to do. There's some things how tech and tech modifiers influence the whole thing. Because cavalry starts out pretty strongly, especially if you're in an Eastern tech group, like you know, if you're in the Russian tech group, or if you're the Ottomans or anyone around this general rough area, you have especially strong cavalry in the beginning. I, from the very beginning, went with big stacks of infantry supported by cavalry. Those are good for morale reasons because they do not break as easily. Cavalry technically makes more damage because during their specific phase they can really kill a whole bunch of people. But I've never really used that much. And now with additional advances in technology, we are about to reach a point where infantry is actually becoming better than cavalry. And you know, they're cheaper to maintain. However, we also can recruit guns now, which I'm just starting. If I had seen this opening earlier, I would have probably prepared by already producing more big guns, but I kind of did not see that opening coming. Anyway, huge regiment here, move on. They are special in the way that they can also just take a position on the second row of combat, where if you horribly outnumber the opponent, then you'll also have troops in the second row, because it's really no use to have further to the side because they can't attack anyone. But in the second row, they can just replace your units in the front when they die, but they don't really contribute to the combat at all. However, guns can actually contribute to each of the combat phases, just with you know, half of their strength, I believe, but they can contribute at least. So that's actually pretty nice. In the future, we'll probably have more of those. So the plan there is to have an army that's at least of the size that the opponent's armies that we're about to expect is. Plus, it has a few cavalry still on the wings. They're probably not gonna recruit more cavalry. Maybe I'll even decommission some cavalry regiments at some point. I don't know, but probably not gonna increase them at the very least. And then we're also gonna continuously increase our amount of guns in the army. Guns also help with sieges. Like, so far the sieges haven't been progressing much. I mean, we just started basically, but they haven't been progressing much. So let's also send our cannons in there, because they have a significant effect on siege combat. So apparently you don't need to do anything after all. Or no, neither Bohemia nor Hungary has any colonies, right? I don't think so. I would be very surprised if they did. Also, neither of them has any seaport access. Never mind. So you can just, you know, chill. Here, cavalry has a red indicator because we have more than 50% cavalry. I mean, we have exactly 50% cavalry, but you need to have less than 50% cavalry. So we'll use out on, I believe, a 20% combined arms bonuses. Well, so far we've mostly won by morale and not because we killed a whole bunch of enemies. Infantry have a higher morale than cavalry generally, but you know, cavalry does a whole bunch of more damage in every combat round. So, oh, what the hell happened to you? Well, they're not allied anymore, so now Austria's getting its ass kicked by France. Oh, I just need to be aware that France also can't become too powerful, because you know you can't just think about the wars that you're fighting right now and that you plan to fight in the next 10 years, but you should also think ahead, what happens in the next 50 years when I've taken more control of central Germany, and at some point maybe not even Austria is going to be that significant amount of a threat that it is right now, and then France seems like it's a problem. But we'll deal with that when the time comes, I guess. The Bohemia accepted peace with the Ottomans. They had to concede some of their provinces. Also, obviously, I need to think about the Ottomans at one point, but I really have no intention of expanding here much further, Actually, this war would have been fine for me if we just, broke up the alliance after some time of fighting and revoked the claims on Breslau. Now that we might get Oberlausitz out of it, maybe even Niederlausitz, because it would just be, totally surrounded by us. It's a really nice bonus. Okay. Well, we can't go to Ostmarch. However, 13th. They're just gonna troll me. See it? Coming. I just want to go here and then attack here, assuming I don't move. Yeah. But I see what you want to do there. I want to go to Bohemia instead. Actually, probably still want to do that. Actually, send all forces over there. Might be able to hold out even without the reinforcements for some time, but count on it. Oh, they're not moving anymore. Could you make up your freaking mind on where you want to go? Engaging us here? Apparently you need to start moving. Come on, reinforcements. Oh, we already won without the reinforcements. Such a shame. So they're heading east. Might as well follow. Hello? You arrive after them? Good. Actually stay here then. So let's touch another siege regiment and let's merge Southern and the army of the king. And then we're gonna prowl over there. We'll arrive after them, but before they can leave again. Hopefully. Oh, so I could probably detach a little bit of cavalry in order to stop the Hungarians from stopping our siege of the Rats. I have too much cavalry here anyway. Let's... That'll... Save by 3. Go right over here. I'm gonna make a save. I'm not sure what kind of defensive advantage the enemy is gonna be looking at here. But it could go wrong technically for us. Here I've honored the military lines. Here is way over there. What kind of impact they're looking to do. If I felt... if my allies felt like it, they could just, you know, swarm them. Actually do want to... They have claims there. No, correct ones. Anyway. Is true an elector, by the way? They are. Well, that changes things. That changes things significantly. Because if they're an elector, I might as well, you know, want to vassalize them. Ports are blocked. Like pirates. They come from? Wasn't there Tyrone, you know, fleet there? Now apparently I need to patrol James Bay too. -5. Fuck that. Jesus. -5. Only one, but at a pretty significant cost. I'm going to... No, part of them is going to Zandomiras. I'll follow them. Or a merchant leaves, sure. Ansbach. Apparently they can actually reach us. Great. Go down there. Want to hold them back for revolt suppression, but at this point I don't really have a choice in the matter. One peace, white peace. Why did you join the war when you're now just going out and with a white peace? Not really sure what you wanted to do there. As soon as the first sieges here are done, I'm gonna walk them right over to Trier. Okay. Well, they'll arrive shortly. Well, now they don't even want to go there. What's the terrain? Austria. Plains. Alright, we can deal with plains. There's one more army gone. We don't have military access in Franken. Never mind that. Anyway, that army needs to take a break. Well, they're moving to Oberpfalz, probably Niederbayern. I want to go all the way around here to Moravia, I think. Yeah. Well, we can start marching to Bohemia then. Enable us to deal with wherever they want to, you know, attack. The Oberlausitz is done. Alright, now to reach building new armies back home, so we'll march right over there. France refuses. Oh, France can refuse any much as they want. Who are you? Oh, up here. Oh. Come on, hold it together for just one more day. You? Well, we beat them back for once. But the Bohemian army here. So we need to stretch ourselves too thin. I'll just keep those back here. Trio, what now? Watch back home? Lift the siege in your own homelands? Bother me here some more? Make up your mind, please. I have some guys over here. Oh, they're just chilling in Ostmark. Uh-huh. Could we get another siege done, please? Thank you very much. Had a significant defensive advantage there, right? Execuvar. However that is actually spelled, it was probably not that. Just reintegrate that with our regular army. Anyway, let's touch siege. That's south. Hungary doing there? How'd they get there? They're going to Ratibor. Freaking annoying, you know that. Every time I present an opening, I'll just try and exploit it. Same with these guys. That army's gone. There's another one right over there, though. Siege in Bohemia hasn't progressed at all. I'm actually just gonna put these guys over there. Send one of the cannons to Bohemia. -4, okay. Deal with that. We're not gonna defeat them on their own, but reinforcements are incoming. Okay, there's only one thing I want from you, and it's not white peace. Vassalization. No, because I believe it would still be way too fun to not try to become elected as the emperor by the still existent Holy Roman Empire. However, most of the electors are Catholic now. Even Saxony has, I believe, been forced to become Catholic again. But Saxony is still gonna vote for us because they don't care about our religion because they're our vassals, so they'll treat us fairly and rate us fairly and not just say, "Oh, you're a heretic, we're not gonna vote for you ever!" So we're gonna do the same with Trier, yeah? We're gonna just vassalize them, treat them well, and maybe they'll just vote for us instead of Austria. So that would be like 2 votes for us. Not enough votes by mile, but so far it's more votes than we had last year. Or it would be more votes than we had last year. So Köln has also been laid siege to. Yeah, I was wondering when that would be happening. You'd think at this point the army the army of Trier would just, you know, go back to their home country and try and deal with my people there, right? I'm gonna send a cavalry regiment over there instead. However, the Marines will need to deal with the uprising in Brandenburg. Not sure how Bohemia still has manpower after they lost against the Ottomans and are now just still, you know, building up new armies every day. No, they still didn't get the message, kind of strange enough. Okay. I was really sure they would just, you know, go back home at this point. Come on, just one of them. Got us. Sometimes you have issues with clicking when stuff's just too close to other stuff. No, now I have it. You're gonna stay here. Zerat is over, very good. I need a Lausitz too. Alright, we're gonna send that army right to Trier, to the capital. Here. That was 2 times with 76% that it just failed this episode. God damn it. Yeah. And we have a native uprising, which killed a bunch of our colonists that were already here. We can't have a good defensive advantage there again, right? Probably do. Probably still be able to deal with them. Anyway. Also, even against odd numbers, we are at a small disadvantage in combat because we have higher land tech than anyone else. Actually, I'm quite seriously in the lead there. Not by a pretty fun amount. Apologies, right. Land, we're at 26, which up until recently, I believe no one even had 25. There's a couple of people with 24, but, you know. We're pretty good at land combat, you know? We've had to use it quite often, so I guess that's the reason why we have it. I'd say just more else. Is over. Wasn't Ratibor. Like 35%. I think I could already ask them for the war terms that I had envisioned, but with Trier in the war, we're actually gonna wait at least until we manage to make separate peace with them because they're not a leader in this war. Alright. Azekuvar. Most of their army is retreating to... Still not gone. God damn it, just go and go away. Don't necessarily have to die. I would be totally fine with you just leaving me the frick alone, but... Right. It's still not fucking done. Just fucking kill them already, man. Jeez. Thank you. You can just stay somewhere around here. Good riddance. 2 forts enough. Didn't bother to check what level here was. There was a map mode for that actually. At 4 level. Good. That's all level. Alright. And these guys over there. There's the next army being built up. God gracious. Bohemia is still not progressing. I could send more guns over there, but getting a bit ridiculous. Where are these that had guns? I believe I built at least 4 guns. Send them somewhere. There's 1 here, 2 here, okay. That explains where the guns went. Alright. I think we need to, you know, siege every province of them and take it over. We're just doing it because we don't have better things to do right now while waiting for Köln and Trier to progress. Even though Köln has 2 guns, they haven't been doing much with it though. And they just started, but not sure how large the effect of that is. There is an effect, the more siege weapons you have. I believe there's a maximum too, but I'm not entirely sure with all the details, but... Pennsylvania. All the way around? Cavalry regiments. Guys over here. Just to be sure, in case they go all the way around, at least we'll be able to put up a fight there. We're draining some of our manpower pool. Well, it has been at you know 50k for some time. I thought, you know, a good war might just use it. Also, people were getting a little bit complacent. How's Moravia going? That's already at 50%. Are you freaking joking? When does have to do with anything here? Nothing. Good. Over here and stop them from from sieging it back. They did want to go all the way around. Some of the cavalry regiments from here. March here instead. Why do my vassals let you into their country, by the way? We may need to have words, guys. Yeah, of course, it just got out in time. And 76% has failed again. Fuck you, sir. That's bullshit and we all know it. Well, I guess I don't need that colony range advisor anymore. What's getting them? Oops, I didn't actually want to do all of that. I just wanted to commission a painting. Normally it would be at the second one, but it wasn't. Well, apparently we spend a lot more of our money on culture. For some reason. Put them in. Apparently I'm not building anything. Inflation, I need the inflation guy back. Inflation. Good, that way our inflation should recede again. You can actually reduce it. Actually significant loss of it every year. I had the colonial range guy in order to send colonists to those provinces, but you know, I could send colonists there, but apparently they don't want to live there for some reason. At least not beautiful enough for them. Oh. Bohemia is still at 0%. Jesus. Only level 2 garrison. I mean, it's the capital and all, you'd probably, you know, fight really hard to protect the capital, but... No, just gonna siege again. FFS. Well, at least the sieges in Köln and Trier are making good progress, so we should be able to just end this war rather soon. Where'd that army go? Apparently there must be a Transylvania or Snolok. Not sure what they're doing there exactly, but... Over here. Turn is over. But we'll go over here. Maybe we can make it go faster with the third cannon. Alright, and I should spend some of my prestige apparently. Alright. So can we get Trier done, please? Those guys are still building. Should go by name. And then Bohemia. Not sure if it shows the remaining manpower pool, but if that's the remaining manpower pool, then that's a little bit ridiculous. But after losing 2 wars, they still have a higher manpower pool than I do. Maybe it's just their maximum amount of manpower, you know, not the current one. That would make a lot more sense. So, Trier, come on. Visit from shady people. I don't have enough spies, thank you, for the moment. Guess I could use them more often, but... Nah. Oh, that siege... Sure, that siege is progressing really fast. You know, when I siege something, it's not happening quite as fast as with these guys. Sometimes it seems like the game is just actively trying to troll me. Gonna wait for them to go there, then maybe we can just engage that army again. Take out another one of their armies, so they're just gonna rebuild. I'm not entirely sure where they're gonna rebuild the army. Try and take it out regardless. Draco's over. Very good. Latium. Avia's over. Yeah, they'll be back. I have no doubt about that. They'll be back soon. And they'll be in like 50% in a month. Oh, they're so much faster than us. I mean, we don't have the greatest generals ever, because we had way more effective generals at some point. Ziraat's defects to Prussia. Local authorities in Ziraat have no problem adapting to the new rules and laws of the occupier. But due to disastrous progress of the war, they have already accepted the foregone conclusion of the transfer at the peace deal and have already defected over. Alright. Sure. Don't get a core on it, but it's already working for us. That's a fun card. I believe it only happens, you know, when the country that you're at war with and that, you know, have occupied the province of is at a real high war exhaustion. I believe the limit is like 15. Which is close to the maximum war exhaustion, which is I believe 20, so I get it, you know. Can already start reducing that infamy that we started to build up. I didn't really plan on taking that province, but now I don't really have to anymore, which I'm okay with. So Trier, how's Trier looking? 100%, okay. And that army's back. Guess who's back? Back again. Still annoying as shit. Not your friend. Yeah. Judging from how long it takes to get here, I might actually be worried that they have like a super high advantage here. Lots of hills, woods, and mountains. 11% plains. Maybe we don't really need to fight. I mean, we probably win because we outnumber them, but Jesus, that's some serious amount of hills and mountains. It's Transylvania, so you know I shouldn't be surprised, really. Only -1/-1. Okay. Just for reference, what the hell did this have? Hills. Okay, had like serious amount of hills plus mountains. Never mind. Okay. Kenya, reinforcements. Zecuvar is over here. Oh, wait. There's Hungary's army. You might not want to go there. Not sure why you want to walk right through here when there's, you know, an opposing army there. But that army's still there. Not gonna go back to Zornok. That takes like forever to just get between either of those places. We're gonna go back and rejoin the rest of the armies. Hope from Scotland who's called for crusaded against the Khmer. That's very far away. Olnia's over. Army here, of course. So you can just march on then. We're at 75% though, so Should get some pretty favorable peace terms. Maybe we can even, you know, force them to become Protestant too, so they might be less of an issue in the far future. And to make sure that they are not gonna ally with Austria again. Don't want to continue the siege, why not? Oh, you want to... I see, I see. You want to move out before my army gets there. Obviously. So freaking annoying that you go over the... Just gonna go over to Austria. Oh man. Lift that siege one more time. Talking about sieges, can we finally be done in fucking Trier? It's like at more than 100% for like weeks now, probably months at this point. Thank you. It wasn't too hard. I just need to complain a little bit more. I see. Well. So, we're not gonna have any of that. However, can't force religion and vassalize them. Well, that's a shame. We're gonna force vassalization, that's more important. And since you have money, also gonna take that. And you're gonna annul all treaties with Austria. Oh, well, if you're vassals, who really cares if you annul your treaties or not? Not sure if I care if they have any treaties with Austria at that point. But just deprive Austria of a potential ally. I guess that is worth something if we ever go to war with Austria at some point. Anyway, alright. Have that. While the peace terms are underway, I can spend some more influence on, let's say, Cologne. Oh, good choice. Any sieges that we're gonna be finishing soon. Currently both Bohemia and Ruthenia. Question is, is there anything that I want to get more out of that I can't get right now? So, you're gonna eat that, eat that. I'm gonna revoke both these cores. Cancel the vassalization of Hungary. Do I care about that? Oh, that's why they immediately went to war. They were vassal of them. I get it. I get it. So what else? Cancel treaties with Austria. Guess I could force religion on them if I take this further. And I might also, you know, vassalize Hungary, whatever good that will do. If I just move on over to them and try and deal with them. So a more patient player than me might have probably been able to get more of this out of the situation, but I might be worried that they might just call in other people at some point, and I think what I originally wanted to get out of this war has already been satisfied, so I'm kind of okay with not forcing religion on them and other things. Accept that. Guess they're just gonna declare war on Hungary again and just re-vassalize them, but you know, they might not. Okay. Sweet. What do you have? That's a serious amount of money, so let's know that. I'll take it. not going over infamy of 10, which is good. So we got anything we want out of this. Okay. Here you go. Accepted a generous peace offers. Yeah, sure. Nice meeting you, man. Anyway, that was that. So, that was another rather successful war. I'm afraid. I'm almost afraid to say it, but that's what happened, really. So, merge. Alright. Go to European. I'm gonna reassign all the armies later, I guess. Just out of here. Alright, that was fun. I'll have to deal with revolts and have to wait for some years to, you know, reduce my infamy again. So probably some time will pass before we want to start the next war. Maybe someone else will declare war on us, because we are getting into a position where we're really powerful, to be honest. No, if I look at like statistics, if I look at like income, Castile technically earns more than us, but you know, we're really close to them too. Well, anyway, in any event, I'm gonna wrap up this episode right here. In the next one, I'm not entirely sure who we're gonna be fighting against. Maybe we'll have a final, you know, standoff against Austria, which I'm not looking forward to, but we might still be able to win this. But we'll see. Other trios and Electron could vote for us. Cool. I have also higher chances of being voted as Emperor, but I still only have 2 voters and the rest of them are all freaking Catholics. So, probably not gonna be voted Emperor anytime soon, but we're working on it. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one.